Yeah, I think we're all gonna, just really look hard to evaluate, every part of what we're doing. So, I mean, it's never really good enough in football. I think that, those guys up front are trying to create space, and the backs are trying to run hard. And again, when you get out of losing all game, basically, you're forced into more throwing than probably we'd want. But obviously the throwing needs to be better. All around offense needs to be better, more production in the red area. Try to kick too many field goals. Need to be better on third down. So we definitely had some opportunities to make some plays out there to help the team win, just didn't get it done.
It's going to be quite the next 7 days for Tom Brady. Sunday Night Football next, his return to New England. He stands just 67 yards away, passing Drew Brees on the all-time passing list, although, as it says here, sometimes throwing for 400, even 500 plus isn't enough to get a W. Back to wrap it up tonight, right after this.
Sports Center, brought to you by...
Played a game in L.A., unless you count backing up our Brian Griese in the Rose Bowl. For Michigan in the late 90s, it's L.A., the Stars are out, Magic Johnson. Kawhi and PG are like, we're getting our own arena. It ain't as nice as this. There's Iron Mike. Early third. Just a friendly reminder here, Deshaun Jackson is 34 years old. I mean, are you kidding? I mean, he's the fastest guy on the field, it sort of feels like. Wow. That's part of the reason they got Stafford, the only guy faster than McVay, out there to meet him.
He is pretty quick.
Yeah, Rams lead 21-7. McVay, by the way, still the youngest head coach in the league by like 3 years. Think about how young he was when he was hired. Then Brady to Brait. Hang on, he'll take it down to the 1, so the Bucs are on the move. And then Brady sneaking it in. It's a 7-point game. Bucs actually left late Friday night. They divvied up their travel plans a little bit to go to the West Coast. Traveling to the end zone here, who else? Jackson. 40 on that play. On the next play, Stafford too. I mean, this is his security blanket. The guy he trusts, the guy McVay trusts, Cooper Kupp. When he's healthy, he's lethal. The Rams are doubling up the Bucs, and now they're doubling them up again, 34-17. It's 4th and 1. They're nearing plus territory. Brady looking for Evans. Nope, they turn it over on downs, and the Rams take it 34-24. It's actually Tampa's first loss since they lost to the Chiefs way back in the regular season. That was in that spate where they lost 3 of 4, lost to the Rams in that spate as well, and then got housed by the Saints. We know how the year ended. It started well, though, for the Rams. After the game, here he is, Bruce Arians, on the Bucs' first loss of the season as the defending Super Bowl champs.
Obviously not the outcome we're looking for. I didn't think we played in any phase up to our ability today. Obviously the road game. Just didn't handle the noise like we should have offensively a couple of times. But we just got to get stops on defense, which we never did in the second half. And obviously losing Dean hurt, and with he and Sean both out. But other guys have to step up. And we didn't today. Our pass rush didn't get home, and we had to get home to help those guys out, get it done. Didn't score down in the red zone for the first time this year, and it was a little disappointing. But we'll bounce back next week.
Do you have any updates on Jamel's knee?
No.
You come out in the second half, you got 3rd and 10.
And bust the coverage. Yeah, just totally bust the coverage. Lack of communication. They didn't give the call to each other, and that's what young guys do.
But you talk about not making stops on defense. There were just a ton of chunk plays against you guys, too. I mean,
yeah, that's the pass rush. I mean, you can't sit back there and hold the ball, and we got to get home. We got to get home better when we're rushing 4, and and do a better job of covering 7 routes.
Coach LT Rose TV Sports. Was there anything they did differently this year that didn't allow you guys to get into an offensive rhythm?
Defensively? No, I don't think so. It's the same defense, and good players made plays. We didn't make enough of them.
Bruce, you've admired Matt Stafford for years, right? And he was with Detroit. Now you put him on this team with all this. How much more dangerous is he with this group?
Well, like you said, you push it down the field so easily. You're we're up in his face. One time he finds a guy wide open down the field and gets it to him. A lot of guys can't. They see him, but they can't get it to him. He gets it to him. So yeah, he's a special player.
First 3rd downs, I think they converted 10 or 11, the most you've allowed against any team since you've been here. Is that communication? What is that lets them continue so many drives?
Both. It's a lack of communication and a lack of making plays. You know, like I said, the front four didn't get there. We got one sack on a bootleg late, but we got to do a better job with the front four getting home.
What did they do specifically to corral the pass rush, the Rams on offense? What did they do specifically?
They just blocked us. They blocked us, and Joe came through clean a couple of times. Got the ball out. You know, the times that we did beat them, they were quick screens or some other thing that the ball came out quick, so we didn't get the sack.
Coach, we don't know what Dean's situation is, but you're starting to get down a couple of corners. Is this something Jason would have to look at to try to bring somebody in to Sherman?
Well, we brought a couple of guys in the last couple of weeks that have experience in long and tall corners that might, you know, we'll make that decision on the plane on the ride home.
Does the events that happened today with Dean, you know, potentially being out, intensify your need to get some corners?
No, like I said, we just brought two in the last few weeks, Pierre Desir, Rashad Robinson. So they both can play a little man-to-man, and they're good corners. So we'll see what we're going to do.
Made some significant
noise.
Excuse me?
The Rams made some significant personnel changes from last year. How much more of a dangerous team do you find them having played them a year ago?
Well, I guess the only really one was Matt. That's pretty dangerous. You know, I don't really see a bunch of other guys, but they're a good football team.
Coach, you said the noise you guys didn't handle it well. Was it that much louder than you guys anticipated?
Oh, no, we knew it was going to be loud, but you still, if you're a wide receiver, there's never an excuse to be offsides. And now if you're up there audibly and a tackle's playing tight end, he should be holding on to somebody to make sure he doesn't jump offside. So, but we'll correct those errors. Yeah, they're easy to correct.
It looked like Gio took a shot to his knee on that last touchdown there. Is he okay?
He looks like he's fine, yeah. We'll see. He might swell on the plane, but that's the worst thing about these type of things. Is 6 hours or whatever, 5 hours on a plane, you're going to swell a little bit more than normal.
He got you on the sidelines as well. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm tough shit.
You spend some time at TV12 next week.
No, I'll be right there at his office.
How's Gronk feeling?
His X-rays came out negative, so he's fine.
Was it ribs or what were you
Ribs,
guys looking at? Okay.
yeah.
I know you said you wanted to be more balanced on offense. It just seemed like the run game just wasn't there. I mean, were you guys just not able to get that going early?
No, I mean, Rojo ran really well, and especially in that one drive, makes it. But then when you get down, you got to go to the 2 minute and speed it up and throw it. So it wasn't a game where you could, hey, let's stay in the running game for a while.
You guys have won 10.
All right, that's a perspective from